Howdy folks, welcome to episode 116. We're going to, let's grab some of this if we can. There we go. We're going to grab some of this. Alright, I don't know if 20% will even get it up to speed. Up to, whatchamacallit. But yeah, we're going to grab some of this. We're going to separate these out while I'm thinking about it and while I was over this way. So we'll get these separated out and then we'll go get our lumber that we need. I need to remember that it's lumber and not beams because I'm going to end up grabbing beams for some stupid reason, right? Okay, and wow, we're really zoomed out. Are we far enough away? I hope we're far enough away that I can get all these cars out here. All right, this switch, is it that one? Yeah, so we're gonna grab these. Yep. All right, reverser. Yeah, we'll grab these and we'll put them on there and then we'll put those on there. Whichever way. I'm not sure which way I want to do that. Do I want to... I don't know that I'm going to have room to get all of these out of there. So we'll see. See what we can do. We'll break this one up here. Alright. Maybe they'll disconnect themselves because I slammed on the brakes and the impulse will disconnect them. It's right here. If it'll let me. Come on. There we go. Alright. Good. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. They're going to come this way. Alright. So we're going to go forward. Yep, it worked. Okay. Good. And I think we're going to have to move the other one. Yeah, it came up to temperature. We got temperature and we got steam and we still have some fuel left, so good. So for future reference, we only need to throw in one log to if you're just using the porter for one little thingy. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to move the other engine. I don't think we're gonna have room. We'll see. We'll get up close and then we'll check the back. Oh, you know, I could have just come around this corner instead. Why don't I do that? Why don't I just come around this corner instead of being a moron? Alright. Duh. So I said, oh, you know what? We are that close, aren't we? Or I could just do this. Let's see if I can rip the cars off, right? I was thinking we had to come all the way up to this intersection. We don't need to come that far. So I think we're actually good. Because we just have to get past this intersection right here, this switch. And we got plenty of room for that. Okay, so if it'll let me. Alright, and that's going to be this switch and that one. Yeah, that'll get us on the open track. Okay, that's perfect. That's what we wanted. Change my mind 50 times. Maybe that's what the downvotes are for. I'm still amused by that. And you know, there's a very significant possibility that it's somebody who left them for the same reason because, you know, it's funny and they're just cackling madly that I don't know why or that I'm talking about it or whatever. And they didn't actually dislike anything about the episode. It was just that it would be funny. Because that's the kind of audience I would create. isn't it? I would gather. What's the curate? That is absolutely the audience I would curate. Isn't it? By making these videos. Okay. He doesn't know why. There isn't even a reason. You know, and they're like tears are streaming down their face laughing so hard. Yep, that would totally be. All right. It feels like my brakes are on. See how fast it's slowing down? Oh, maybe the front one here is. Maybe I have to put the brakes on that one. Okay, let's see. Let's get out. Yeah, that's why. Okay. All right, that makes more sense. I was about to get out and check the tender to see. Whoops. To see if it. There we go. Okay. And then we just need to flip here, flip that switch, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put those back on here. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. There we go. And that should get us cleaned up over here, and then we can actually go to the other. I hope I put coal in the other one. Really hope I put coal in the other one and it's not sitting there getting cold right now. Okay. But yeah, this will get us back to where we were supposed to be. Everything's cleaned up. Now we can go barreling through here when we want to. Alright. And then that switch. Okay. And that should bring us all the way up to here. Perfect. Perfect. All right. There was some way early on in my first season of Empyrean, where or maybe second, whatever it was, where somebody was commenting, what is he laughing about? The fact that you don't know what I'm laughing about is what I'm laughing about. All right. See, it's self-perpetuating, isn't it? Okay. And then we're going to switch this one. Yeah, we're going to switch that. And we'll put this one just so that if we come flying through here. All right. I think we got it. Let's see what we can do here. I'm sure it needs, yeah, okay. I was going to say, I'm sure it needs coal either way, but I wasn't sure if the boiler would already be cold too. Did I just miss? I did miss. All right. There. Okay. Let's do this. And we need lumber. How much lumber do we need? 24 lumber. So that's 4 loads. Yeah, 4 cars. All right. Alright, and then we're going to make sure that we have all the switches set. That one. That one. We're good. Good here. We're going to do that. So we need to come around this way. Alright. And then we'll probably just use the turnaround if we can. And see if we can use the turnaround to come back. Just because it's fun. Will this go any faster? This looks like it does. It's like, I love how it's struggling and it's making that... The needle is wobbling like it's struggling to go faster. Alright. Yeah, it definitely came down when I went to 15. See, and it comes back up when I go to 26. We're going to make it around this corner. I don't think so. Let's see. We'll slow down a little bit. There we go. It's the engine that I'm worried about. You saw what it does. You know what it's capable of. Alright, there we go. We'll try 23. There we go. I think that's our top speed right there, is with 23. It's kind of sad that it can't go to 0. I thought that was supposed to be... I thought that was supposed to be the thing. You know, you'd think that the engine would be tuned for that, at least. We probably don't want to go over this thing at... Yeah. We don't want to go over that thing at top speed. There we go. Yeah, you'd think it would be, the reverser and stuff would be tuned so that 0% would be the fastest. Kind of like, you know, the best timing, kind of like when you set the points on an engine, or you set up your carburetor needles, or your fuel injection chart, you know, whichever equivalent you want to talk about. Alright. I'm the fuel injector on this thing. I don't think I'd be a carburetor. Alright. That would be the little holes on the side of the thing. Would be the fuel air mixture, right? Little holes on the side of that. I'm sure there's a little... Because we used to have a wood stove. And they had the little thingies. Here, we're going to wait till we get to this switch here. Well, we should be able to coast around this. Okay, we're good. But yeah, on a wood stove or a fireplace, you have the little air vent that allows air, more or less air in, to control the rate of burn. Alright, we're going to bring these up here. I need to hit the brake and not the regulator. Definitely needs to be a thing that I do. Alright. And then there. Alright, we're going to do this. We might even be able to get all this in one run. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? All right. Let's see if we can get this on here. We're going to get it to where this one is. Past the first stake. There we go. There. Hitting the wrong direction. There we go. All right. So that'll get us that way. And there's nothing on there. So yeah, we're going to try this. I think it's passable. It's just that you can't do it with a really big train. We can get through this. We can do it. I don't remember if I fixed this or not to where there's a little, right over here, there's a little segment where the wheels touch the ground. I mean, it's close here too, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see. See if we can get over this little hump here. Ha! That's a no. Really? And then it's just nothing either way. Oh, that sucks. All right. All right. We're gonna have to re-rail this puppy. Let's see. Should we put it on this side? I'm kind of thinking we should put it over here. Here, we're going to do this. Oh, wow. Why did it do that? Okay, that was interesting. That was very interesting. That was... Yeah, that's really weird. Wonder why it decided to do it that way. It allowed me to... there's a separate bounding box for the re-rail function, probably, that it uses to check and see if... That's hilarious. Okay. All right, reverser. I think we just need to redo that track. We need to redo that segment of track. Okay. There we go. We'll let it catch its breath here. All right. There we go. I should probably fix that segment of track. Figure out how to get that to work. I think what happened was we built it and then I used the circularize tool on that one because it was too sharp for the corner or something. Let's see, that's not too bad. And should we go back the same way we came in? I think either way we're still going to end up going up this way. Okay, so then we're going to hit that switch. Yep, and that's the way we wanted to go. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. All right, we're going to let that do its thing. I'm going to put fuel in. There we go. The rain is coming down. Big time. It's... yeah. I forget there's a setting on that that's... and I didn't notice that before, but it sets how long the weather will last before it changes, I think. It's kind of cool. Here's our little double squiggly coming up here that we have to slow down for, too. We've gotten a whole lot of rain for this. I suppose this isn't desert, but... there we go. Alright. We just don't want to be going ludicrous speed across that. Alright, cool. We'll take it a little easy going across that. Well, the fire came up quickly. That was interesting. I'm sure it would, too, once it's already roaring. Throw more fuel on it and... alright. This is just a switch. Can we take a switch at 25? Yeah, we can. Okay. Alright. The speed on it. The speed is going all over the place. Alright. There we go. I forgot to cheat in the extra water too. We might have to let it sit at a thing while we use a different engine or something. Once it runs low again. Because I think that's just the water in the boiler. That means our 9600 capacity up here is empty. What, you didn't remember that number? Alright. Because, yeah, one water drop comes out like every 10 seconds. Okay. And it takes forever to... you need like 96 thingies to fill it back up. So then, I think, then we actually will have our pipes and tools that we need. I think we're going to need 2 trips with the pipes. I don't remember for sure. Because we need 150 of them, right? It's just the whatchamacallit, the calculation for how much stuff you need, you know, it cascades down the logistics trail. To get 3 of these, I need 3 of those. To get 3 of those, I need 4 of this. To get 4 of this, I need 7 of that. To get 7 of that, I need 2 of that. You know. Okay. It'd be interesting if they also added in, like, competitors that... invisible competitors, like, you know, you filled the input and then somebody else bought the output. Or you get there and somebody is, you know, they needed logs and you get there and the logs are filled up and they already bought all the logs that they need. or they bought a bunch of them and they don't need as many as you brought, and the price is lower because, you know, demand is down and supply is up. Okay. I know that's way too much to ask for this one, for this game. Plus it would probably not be as fun. That's not really the spirit of this game. Isn't about that. It's about the, I think the core, at least to the person who made it, is about playing with trains. It's not about the economy. The economy just kind of is a secondary, like, we need a reason to play with trains. Or other people need a reason to play with trains or whatever. That's 6. That's 12. That's 18. And then what are we going to do with this engine and cars? I think we need to bring those back around. I'm not sure. Let's stop here for a second and see what we've got now. So we should have enough to make all the stuff that we need. So we've got tools. That one's full already. That one's not. Okay. We need to get the engine back on this, don't we? Okay. Yeah, we need to bring the engine back for that. And then the steel pipes. We've got 100 steel pipes. Let's see what the inputs. You know, we're going to get robbed on the inputs. The steel pipes are full. So if we... And we may have already gotten robbed on it because we used a bunch of crates, and it's been using this just to make crates without making steel pipes, I'll bet. How much you want to bet we got robbed on that? So I'm going to have to do things in the editor or something. But anyway, that's going to be it for episode 116. We are at time for today. Join me in episode 117. We will get we'll get our cars put away, and then we'll get this all fixed up, loaded up, if that is. We'll get all this loaded up, and we'll see if we can get our gold dredge working. So yeah, join me in episode 117, and we'll see you then. Later.